decided that he's going to open up this fall to some swinging of fists, and he may have made a mistake because the exchange between Race and Funk is between a pair of guys who can clout. Oh, golly. Those wallops laid in there in tremendous fashion. And again, we could have a fall on this as Funk moves in there and drops 235 pounds right into Harley Race. He's got the leg captured. He's got him wrapped up, but he didn't have him wrapped up enough. And Nick Kozak raises two fingers to indicate that that was what he counted, was two. So Harley Race just barely saved his bacon. Terry Funk trying now to carry the match to the Race with a neck breaker. Oh, nicely done. You saw that twist in there. And Kozak right smack in position to get the count, and he raises those two fingers to indicate that he has only counted two. And Nick approves of the kick. Race would not approve of that kick. He could have knocked his head off. So again, as Funk comes up, he drives that foot forward. Top man, there's one, and there's two. And again, Harley Race with that superhuman heave from underneath manages to roust his body out from underneath the weight of Terry Funk. And Funk is looking for a pile driver, or rather an atomic drop, I beg your pardon, atomic drop. And oh, he caught him, and right the tailbone coming down on Terry Funk's knee. There's the one, there's two, and there is, no, the leg's over the rope. The legs are over the rope. Oh, those fans, some of them screamed, thinking that the fall had been called, and the others saw the thing and just groaned. Or maybe it was Terry Funk that we heard groaning all the way. So Funk may be trying to set a trap for Harley Race. He was. He's going to go for the spinning toe hold, the Funk trademark, the one that the Funk family has used to win most of his matches. His brother Dory Jr. does the same thing, and oh, Harley Race just clobbered Terry Funk right alongside the head, or alongside the jaw, high on the jaw. And Terry back in again. Here's that spinning toe hold again, and Harley Race again driving blows at the face of Terry Funk, and Funk is feeling that eye of his. The last blow was the one I was able to see best, and Terry Funk is bleeding. He is bleeding just over his left eye as he is knocked down to the canvas, but he is after that leg, he is after the spinning toe hold, and Harley Race, shoulder is up, but it's the fact that he could be clobbering. Oh, as Harley Race drives that fist in there, his knuckles are covered with blood. The face of Terry Funk, the left eye is covered with blood. The champion himself is having trouble rising up to his feet. That right leg of his is in trouble, and Terry Funk is bleeding and bleeding badly as he goes after the leg of Harley Race. He's after it. He knows what he wants, the 5-minute mark in this third and deciding fall. But Funk is bleeding all over the place. The knuckles of Harley Race are bloody from battering the face of Terry Funk, and the blood is running down Terry's face, into his mouth, his chin, from above the eye, and Nick Kozak is concerned. And Race suffering from the toe hold, and now as the knee. As he examines eye of, look at Funk, just above the eye, and Nick Kozak is trying to tell Terry Funk that he has a bad cut over the eye, and I think he was on the verge that time of trying to stop, going to stop the match when Terry talked him out of it. Tough spot for Terry Funk, bleeding badly, trying his best here to come out on top of this match. And a bloody mess. He's after that leg. He has found the leg. I don't think he can see it all out of that left eye. He dropped in high up on the thigh. He is bleeding all over the body of Harley Race and his own too. He is after the leg again. He spins and I tell you, I haven't seen a man bleed like this in many and many a year. But Terry Funk is pouring it to the leg of world champion Harley Race, and now Funk blocking that left hand that has been doing all the damage. He caught another one in the eye, and again he caught another one in the eye. He's snatching him by the hair and crashing into there. And Race is covered with as much blood as Funk, but it's all over Race's body. The blood is running down freely, and Terry Funk trying to force the issue, trying to force the world champion into submission, but he hasn't got his spinning toe hold on. He is getting weak, I would say, from the blood that he has lost, and Race on one side, and I think that referee Nick Kozak is stopping this match.
The referee Nick Kozak is calling for a doctor here at ringside, please.
So, world's champion
7 minutes, 39
Harley
seconds.
Race is
Winner of the third call in the
still
match.
the world's champion.
World heavyweight
Referee
champion
Nick Kozak
Harley
has
Race.
stopped the match
Will
because
the doctor
of
please come to
the
ringside,
blood
please?
and the cut over the eye, and there is Terry Funk, and we, as the crowds around this ring, tell you that Harley
Your
Race
attention,
has not
please,
yet
as
risen
the
to his
position
feet.
needed at ringside, please.
They are calling for the doctor to come to ringside, but this match ends in the favor of world's heavyweight champion Harley Race. Not a great deal of victory in it, but he is still the world's heavyweight champion.
First of all, I'd like to go ahead and say that I can't blame Nick Kozak for the decision that he made, but I consider myself not a normal human being, and especially whenever it's concerning the world's heavyweight championship. Now, I don't intend on being the Arnold Palmer of professional wrestling. In other words, I don't intend on being known as what I have done in the past or what I have accomplished in the past, and I was a National Wrestling Alliance World's Heavyweight Champion for over a year's time, and then I lost that championship match to Harley Race. Now that is very important to me, not to be remembered, but to be known as the best in my profession. The only way that I can possibly do that is to regain that World's Heavyweight Championship. Now, I wrestled Harley Race in Houston, and in that match, I was busted open severely, and Nick Kozak made that decision that I talked about earlier to stop the match. And I don't blame him, but what did Harley Race have? Did he actually go ahead and bust me open with his bare fists, or did he have something in his hand? That's what I want to know. Now, I know that the most vulnerable part of the spinning toe hold is whenever you've got that hold on and you've got that man in a submission situation, that the most vulnerable point of you is your face because it's wide open. And he repeatedly hit me above the eye until he split me open. Nick Kozak felt that my career might be endangered. Well, I'll tell you one thing, I feel that I'm a tough enough man and a tough enough competitor that nobody is going to go ahead and stop me. And whenever I can taste victory that fast, know that I am that close to winning the world's heavyweight championship, there's nothing that would have kept me from coming back and getting back up again and again. I had Harley race, I could taste it. I knew that I had the world's championship back around my waist, but the referee called it and he stopped it. I went to the president of the National Wrestling Alliance, Eddie Graham. Eddie Graham said that he's known me for a long time, and I got down pretty near on my knees and I begged him for a return match. And thanks to Paul Bosch putting his views on this to the president of the National Wrestling Alliance, Eddie Graham, that now I am going to have a return match, and there's one clause, one stipulation that I think is so great that it can't be stopped for any reason. I know that this is a dangerous type of match, but it's not too dangerous for me whenever you consider the stakes.